Hi guys, it's me again, Matt from Sell Anything Anywhere. Hope you are well. Hope you're good. I thought I'd get out of the house today. Thought I'd get out of the house and do a podcast out in the open. Absolutely fantastic weather. So today's episode is going to be covering off when is the right time. When's the perfect time to start your own business? And the answer is there isn't one. You'll be surprised how many people are waiting for the perfect time to do it. And there's no such thing, guys, as a perfect time at all. What you've got to do is go out there, do it today. If you've got an idea, if you've got something that you want to launch or something that you want to bring to life, there's no perfect timing. Go and do it today. Do not be fueled by people's judgments of you as well for wanting to do it, because you'll never ever get it off the ground, guys. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people say. If it's your passion, if it's your dream and your desire to go and do that, get up off your backside and start working on it today. There is no tomorrow. Remember that famous scene from Rocky where he's being trained in the gym and Apollo Creed is hammering him, saying, Rocky, come on. You've got to get your shit together. You've got to get it together. And Rocky's like, yeah, I'll get up. I'll get back on it tomorrow. And then Apollo screams at Rocky and says, there is no tomorrow. It's exactly what my point is today, guys. There is no tomorrow. You need to make it happen today. So start working on it, whether it's just brainstorming some ideas, whether it's just, gathering research, market research, whatever it is, make sure you are working it and do that every single day. And it won't be long before it takes off, let me tell you. What we need to understand is a lot of us are very, very sensitive to what other people think and what other people say about us. We fear failure as well. Well, failure is one way of learning. I failed at lots of stuff, guys, loads of stuff in my time. And you just get to the point in life where it's something that you're learning from, not something that you should fear. And if you can overcome that, you'll be unstoppable. It took me a long time to get the courage to go and set up my own business. I was working, like I said, I mentioned this before, I was working 20 years in retail. I was out there grinding every day, working for somebody else, answering to somebody else, showing up at the same place for the same money. And I got sick and tired of it. I wanted a change. I wanted a different outlook in life. But don't wait as long as I did to start something, because you won't regret doing it. Another thing as well, you've got to be very smart when you set up your own business. So for example, I'll give you some golden tickets here, take them or leave them. But when I set up the hot tub business, for argument's sake, I had a business partner and we was very, very careful. I used to do a bit of DJing back in the day and I had some expensive equipment. I had to sell all my DJ equipment to start up and fund the first business that we launched about 6 years ago. I sold my DJ decks, my headphones, my speakers. There was about £2.5 worth of setup that I had to let go and sell for under 500 quid. No word of a lie, under £500. I sold it all off. My business partner had some bits and bobs around his house that he sold off, and we managed to start the business with about £1,000. What did we do? So we had to play it very, very carefully. We had to buy stock in. We did a hire service to start off with. So we would buy the inflatable hot tubs. We would then hire them for a fee for a number of days. But we did like a package for our customers. And slowly but surely, as the weeks trickled along, the more inquiries came in. We advertised for free on Facebook to start off with, because we didn't have a budget to advertise on, big platforms like Facebook and the other ones that are out there in Google. So we had to be very, very careful and selective of what we actually bought in the very early stages. But I tell you what, through the first summer, we kind of bought in, and this was after saving. Okay, we had to save for months. But when we made our money back on the first hot tub, we bought a second one, and then so on and so forth. And then that's how we built up the itinerary. We built up the products that we had. So we had different size hot tubs. We had different packages that people could hire from us. Yeah, we was liable for any damage. We would have to, that's on your P&L, on your profit and losses. But it took time to build that company up. And we did. And then I remember the first ever time, it was probably a year into this adventure that we did this, we bought our first ever hard shell hot tub, acrylic hot tub, the proper ones. When you go to spas, you get in them for the weekend and all that. The proper hard shell hot tubs. We bought our first ever one. And we were so proud. We're so proud of from where we started to what we'd actually accomplished. And then it grew from then on. So there was no kind of right timing for us to start this, because if we hadn't have started the hot tub business, I bet you now I'd still be back in retail. I'd be at work today. Today's a Sunday. I'm out with my dog. Where are you, Loli? There she is. So I'm out with the dog, come out for a half an hour walk just to do the podcast. I would normally be stuck in a retail environment now on a shop floor, serving customers, trying to close deals. But that decision, 6 or 7 years ago, has led me to where I am now. It's led me to doing what I do now, and I love doing what I do now. I've got the spare time, I've got freedom. We've built up a great financial wall around us. And that all came from not giving a damn what other people think about me, about my ideas, about my vision and where I want to be in life. I didn't care, because if I'd have listened to those people, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I wouldn't have this flexibility and freedom that I've got. So I think the key message, guys, from this episode is act on your ideas, do it today, not tomorrow. Remember, there is no tomorrow. Don't fear what other people think or judgment calls, and just go and take the risk. Everything's a risk in life, and I've definitely covered this off before. You don't get anywhere without trying, and you might fail, but learn from the failure and do it different next time. It doesn't mean you've not got the skill set or the confidence to be an entrepreneur, to go out there and make something of yourself, make a name for yourself, build a brand as big as you can, be bigger and better than anybody else. But you've got to have that desire to want to do it. So don't wait on it, act on it now, today. Be very mindful, whatever you're getting into, do your market research, spend your money wisely. Listen, I didn't go into my retail salary, to set up the hot tubs. I had stuff that I could sell off to generate some capital, and it wasn't a lot of capital at all, like I mentioned. We started that business with about 500 quid each, and we succeeded because we was very, very careful. We was patient, we waited, and then we acted. And that's all you've got to be in business. It might not come overnight, and don't expect it to. Remember, there's no such thing as quick success. As quick as it comes, as quick as it can go. When you've worked for it and earned it, that's when it means the most to you. So please bear these facts in mind. If it's meant to happen, guys, it will happen, but you have got to be that driving force. Remember, this is your business. It's nobody else's. You need to be at the forefront of it. You need to be running it, and you need to be disciplined with it. Treat it as a seed that you're planting in the ground and you water. And over a period of time, it grows into a beautiful flower. But if you don't water it and you don't pay it enough attention, guess what's going to happen to it? It's going to die, and it's not going to start growing back. So be very, very careful, and be very, very sensible with your money. And that's the best advice I can give when you're starting up. If you, like me, I knew someone very, very well who I trusted, and I still trust to this day, with everything, with the direction of the business, with money. If you know somebody and you want to start a partnership, fantastic, do it. Seriously, do it, because in some ways you complement each other, and it's a little bit easier because of the pressure factor. But if you'd rather set up by yourself, then that's absolutely fine. There's no wrong way to do it. But if you are getting into business with somebody, make sure you trust them, make sure you've known them. I knew my business partner for many, many years, and I still trust him to this day. So, you've got to make that call on your own judgment level and go and enjoy yourself. Go and have a great time. Make sure that you are exploring all avenues and all opportunities. And in time, it'll grow. Don't rush something. It'll come to you when it comes to you. And that's all you've got to be, determined, focused, and have that desire to succeed. And make sure that you you got laser focus as well. That's all you need in life. If you commit to something, you got laser focus, you'll absolutely smash it out of the park. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll I'll be back next week. And drop me a message, guys, if you need any helps or hints. If you like the videos, drop a like on the video or a comment. I appreciate your feedback, and thank you so much again for listening. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care.